Question 5 looks at greater than and less than. And of course, we've got a symbol for this. And normally we say this thing here, whatever that is either greater than this thing here. So we're saying this thing here is greater than, or that greater than, sorry. That means greater than this thing here. So this thing is greater than this thing. And we have a sign that says it that way. You could actually read it and say, well, this thing is less than this thing. But the thing to remember, and I'm at school, I think I remember we had a fish mouth or something like this, and looked kind of like this. I can't draw a fish. Here we go. It's something like this. But the idea was this bit is bigger than the bit on the other side, or something like that. But the thing is you want to remember is if you were to draw that out and make it a bit bigger, it would kind of look like this. So in other words, this side here in terms of size is bigger or larger or greater than this little tiny thing on the end here. Yeah, this is smaller than this. This is bigger than this. So the bigger bit lies on this side over here. The smaller bit, or less than, or lesser, lies on this side here. So that means we could say if I've got, for example, 5, there's 5, we could say is greater than 3. We could also say that 3 is less than 5. So we could also, of course, replace the dots with numbers. We could say 5 is greater than 3. And of course, when it comes to integers, we can also go one step further and use the number line to actually determine this. So we can actually look at the number line and say, well, let's have a look here. Here's a 0 in the middle, and here's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. And these are all positive numbers. These ones over here are actually all negative numbers. So we can say that anything on this side here is greater than things on this side here, which are smaller. So anything to the right is greater than anything on the left. So for example, this thing here is 2. We could say 2 is greater than, in case 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. So you could say 2 is greater than negative 4. Why? Because it's to the right of negative 4. You'd also say negative 4, and I'll write it this way around, negative 4 is less than 2, or plus 2 if you like. Why? Because negative 4 is to the left of 2. Greater is to the right of. Less than is to the left of when we're looking at the number line. So how does this play out when we're looking at question, for example, 3.02? Let's see how that works. Okay, here's 3.02. So we've got number 5, 7 and something and plus 2. Well, let's have a look. 7, well, I haven't got a 7 here, but I could write it in. There's a 6 there. There's a 7 here. Well, 7 is to the right of plus 2. 7 is to the right of plus 2. So 7, we could say, must be greater than 2. Or you could say 2 is less than 7. But in this case, we've got the 7 written first, so we're going to say 7 is greater than 2. Let's have a look at another one. Let's put B, negative 3 and positive 4. Well, here's negative 3 and here's positive 4. Well, we know that positive 4 is greater because it's to the right of negative 3. Of course, what we're told is -3 we're going to be doing it in terms of. Well, -3 is to the left of +4. And if it's to the left of, it must be less than. So -3 is less than -4. -4 is greater than -3. Okay, let's do one more. And let's do this one here. Let's go 5. 5, oh, these are both negative. I like both negatives. -2. Here's -2. And we've got -5 as well. Here it is. -5's over here. Well, -2 is to the right of -5. So -2 must be greater than -5. So -2 must be greater than -5.